Evolution and nature have given animals many body parts to help them survive. From horns that allow them to battle off their enemies to shells they can hide in, and even stingers to defend themselves in the wild. But it turns out that many animals got very unlucky when it comes to nature. Their bodies have some serious design flaws, and these flaws can even end their lives. Babusa. Babusas are very similar to pigs, but they have a few major differences. For one, they are slightly taller, and their skin is tougher. But the most obvious difference is their horns. They not only have two lower horns like many animals, but they also have two upper horns as well. You may think these four fangs are great. After all, they allow babusas to battle off their enemies. And that is true. They can be useful. The only downside is that these horns never stop growing. Yes, a major design flaw of these horns is that they keep growing throughout a babusa's life. Because these horns curve upwards, they can sometimes grow into the animal's head. It would be like your teeth growing upwards and entering your brain. Of course, this can eventually end the babusa's life. Its horns can literally grow into its skull. And when they enter its brain, the animal can pass away. These horns are also badly designed because they block the babusa's view. But thankfully, nature did cut these animals a break. Luckily, their horns are very fragile. In most cases, having fragile horns would be a bad thing. But in this case, it means the babusa's horns sometimes break before entering their brain. If babusas are in the wild, they have to hope they get lucky and their horns break off. This can sometimes happen during fights. If they are in captivity, humans will need to remove these horns regularly. Either way, it's safe to say this animal got the middle finger from evolution. Turtle. Turtles and tortoises are often called indestructible animals. They are known to live for over 100 years, and they are protected by their shells. Their shells are incredibly strong. Seriously, if the army could use these on tactical gear, they probably would. But it turns out that nature gave turtles a major design flaw, one that often ends their lives. That flaw is that if a turtle rolls onto its back, it can't roll back over. If you're a turtle and this happens, you'd better pray that you have a rounded shell. If you don't, there's a good chance you will never roll back over. If a turtle gets stuck on its back, there are various ways its life can end. The most common is from the sun. The turtle is not shaded by its shell at all and can't move anywhere to get water, so it essentially gets slow cooked by the sun. That is brutal. If the turtle is not in a sunny place, it can simply starve because it can't move anywhere or eat. It basically starves and passes away. Another very common way they pass away when flipped over is due to predators. They are totally helpless and can't defend themselves. They can't even seek shelter inside their shells. For any predators, it's basically open season.